Hello viewers, this is Brotherhood member Aurelius, and I'm going to do a commentary on a 4v4 Moon River map, Rome Total War game. Okay, so I will introduce. I'll go through the actual teams and the units that we've chosen. Now, why can't I move the screen? What's going on here? Okay, there we go. Alright, just needed to press the escape button to... Alright, so let's start over here. Where are we? Okay, this is my team, I believe. Okay, so it's full, no rules. The rules are no rules, and the money was 40,000 denarii. Okay, so I said this is a Moon River map. So there's the bridge battle. So the teams are separated by this river, and there's a bridge, but there's also a ford or crossing point. So there's two pathways to get to the other side. So what typically happens is there's an artillery and missile duel ensues, or occasionally a player will try to cross to the other side. Now, we're still evolving our tactics. My position is that we should just engage in a missile duel first, expend all of our missiles, and then think about crossing. Because once you get to the other side, then if you move to the other side, you're liable to get hit by your own team's missiles. So that's why I strongly encourage you to wait until we expend all of our missiles before you rush over to the other side. Make sense? Alright, so let's go over my team. Spend a bit of time looking at the team. So I brought a peasant unit, and I've got how many armoured bodyguard? Look, 1, 2, looks like I've got 3 generals armoured bodyguard units with 8 upgrades. I think I had. There you go, there's the 8 upgrades. Now let's have a look at the artillery I've got here. Now there's 2 types of artillery. There's just the regular onagers, and then there's heavy onagers. The missile does more damage, heavy onagers more expensive. So I've got 2 heavy onagers and 2 light onagers. What else have we got here? I've got, looks like 3 Cretan archers with 8 upgrades. And let's see how many pikes I've got. Spartan hoplites. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like 9 Spartan hoplites. 3, 6, 9. Okay, so that is peasant unit as well. I brought the peasant unit just to sort of place up the bank of the river to attract enemy missiles, but we'll see what that peasant actually has more of a role than that in this fight. Okay, so there's my army. So I'm over in the extreme right hand side. So it's going to take me a while to walk my artillery over so that they get involved with the proceedings. Okay, let's move on to. You got to be careful with artillery. I should mention they can be blocked by trees. So if you place your artillery in a dell, I think is the word, surrounded by trees, they won't get out. You won't be able to move them out, and they'll just. But enemy infantry will be able to attack them. Okay, so let's. Good to see Demon back. So Demon's had a bit of a hiatus, but he's back. So he's got 3. Now he's gone for the heavy onagers. So he's got 3 heavy onagers. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 archer auxilia. Looks like he's fully upgraded those archers. Okay, and then he's got urban cohorts that are fully upgraded. So how many is that? Looks like all of his urbans. Oh, there's some more archers there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's got 8 units of archers. Not a bad idea. I think it's good for at least one player to focus on archers, because they can be effective, because they can be fired into the bridge. These crossing points become a kill zone. If the enemy decides to cross over the bridge, they can, the archer fire can be directed to this narrow area. So how many urbans does he have then? 1, 2, 3. 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 2 is 9. So 9 urbans, 8 archers. That makes 17, and 3 artillery. Okay, so there's the 20 units. So yeah, I think I like this army. I think he's I think that's quite a good army for a bridge battle, depending on what his allies have got. And in this case, maybe he could have gone a bit more infantry, but archers are good. Given that I had Sparta, so I'm quite a heavy infantry, and we've got 2 Greeks. So we're going to be quite well served with infantry. Okay, we've got Romex. Now, actually, I did actually say to my team, do not cross over. I'm pretty sure Romex saw what I typed, but he did actually, that was the first thing he did, and he did have some initial success. However, I think if we had been more patient, the battle wouldn't have been as close as it was. Let's put it that way. So anyway, what's he got? So he's got 8 upgrades on his urbans. Let's count them. 2, 4, 6, 8. What's that? 10, 12, 14. Looks like 14 urbans. And so when he's got 8 artillery, 8. Each unit has 2 onager machines. So he's got 4 units of heavy onagers. Okay, and our last ally is Spartan Commander, and he's gone for the heavy onagers as well, and he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of heavy onagers. He's got 3 units of Cretan archers with how many upgrades? Just 6 upgrades, and he's got, let's see how many Spartans he's got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 units of Spartan hoplites with 7 upgrades by the looks. Okay, so that looks to be a pretty good army. Alright, so we'll look around this map. Let's look at the landscape of this map. Looks like we're some hills behind us and some mountains ahead of us as well. So not sure if Moon River refers to an actual place in the ancient world, but alright, so there's our army. Let's have a look at the battlefield on the enemy side. There's lots of trees on this side, so they can hide their units. Okay, so let's just play. Now, it's probably going to need to fast forward. See, there's a road actually as well. Look at that. Takes a bit of a bend there, then up into the mountains. Anyway, so I think I'll fast forward. Hopefully this won't take too long. So, yeah, I feel some Brotherhood or some Rome Total War players, I think, are a bit, I don't know, reluctant to play bridge battles. For some, they have some sort of objection to them, but I'm finding them very, interesting and exciting and fascinating, and I think even more so than a regular 31k game on a flat field, which becomes a bit like a a death match, whereas with this, it's a bit more like chess, actually. There's a lot more tactics and strategy involved with a bridge battle, requiring a bit more thinking. So, guys, don't be afraid to think about how to strategize, and here we go. So just pause it again. Yeah, so you see immediately Romex was rushing over the other side without even checking with, giving us advance warning. Anyway, it's a bit, yeah, so, I strongly encourage you to give these battles a game, and we will be, they seem to be, people are participating in them. Lots of people participate in them, which means to me that a lot of people, many of us do like playing them. Okay? If you don't want to play, don't play. But lots of us want to play these bridge battles, and we will continue to do so, as is our right as free individuals. Right, so let's have a look at this. So we've got Carthage Barclayman. So I don't know if we'll be able to see all of his units. It looks like he's got a unit of armoured elephants. See, can we see the upgrades? Is those the flags there, or is that just the banner? Okay, so maybe he's got 2 upgrades on those armoured elephants. He's got a general's armoured bodyguard. Now, looks like what's that got? Looks like they're fully upgraded. 2 units of fully upgraded general's armoured bodyguard, and he's got some slingers. Looks like with 6 upgrades. He's got a sacred band here with 8. He does have more sacred band, I presume, that, as I said, hidden in the tree, so we may see them later on. Okay, the second enemy faction is Wulver with Macedon. So it looks like he's got fully upgraded Royal Pikemen at the back row, but at the front row, how many upgrades? Kind of difficult to see. Over here, they look like fully upgraded as well. This unit, 7, 8, 9, fully upgraded. So we've got quite a few fully upgraded Macedonian Royal Pikemen. There's a unit of archers here with 5 upgrades. Probably gold attack, silver defense. Okay. What else will we say about? Okay, so he's got some onagers, just the regular onagers. Not sure if we can see the upgrades on these. Oh, there we go. So with onagers, if you probably know this if you've used them, but if you haven't, You can't use attack and defense. You can only give them chevrons. So choice of 0, 1, 2 or 3 chevrons. These look like they've got 2 chevrons. Or 3. 1, 2, 3. You'll see them there. Alright, so let's go to the next faction, which is Big Boss. So yeah, Big Boss is I think he's a previous player that's returned. Okay, so yeah, haven't played with him much before, but he's just played over this weekend, and in my view, he has acquitted himself quite well. He's been polite and hasn't sort of delayed us in any way in composing our armies, and has played quite well. So, and he asked me, he's apparently interested in joining the Brotherhood. So as far as I'm concerned, I think he would be a valuable member. Of course, that is not my decision. So I'm sure that he will contact the relevant personnel and perhaps arrange for a trial match. So Brotherhood is looking for competent new members to our clan. So, all right. Now, so he's got some Silver Shield Legionary, which are inferior to urban cohorts, but they are, shall we say, a middling infantry unit, and they've got 7 upgrades. So he's got how many? 6 of them. Silver Shield Legionaries. Now he's got some Silver Shield Pikes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Silver Shield Pikes. He's got some regular onagers, 2 regular onagers. He's got a unit of cataphracts, and which has their general. There he is there. How many upgrades do they have? Fully upgraded. Okay, and he's got these what are these called? Just elephants. It's the unit that's just called elephants. With just a single rider. So there they are. They're the then he's got 2 units of them. How many upgrades? 1, 2, 3 upgrades on them, I think. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they're the budget version of elephants, shall we say? The deluxe version of elephants are these ones, the armoured elephants. I think they've got 12 hit points. Not sure how many hit points the budget version of elephants have. Okay, and the 4th enemy faction is Cornovii. And he's got, you can see 3 units of urbans there that we can see with 8 upgrades. Oh, there's more there. So how many units can we see of urbans? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe some more hidden. And he's got a unit of heavy onagers there. Can we see the upgrades? Maybe 2 upgrades on them. Alright. Okay, so this battle starts off with a bang. So let's get into it. So that's what we can see. We see these. Oh, look at that! It's quite effective. The fire pots. He's commenced bombarding and he's rushing over at the same time. But none of them seem to have hit.
Great gods be praised! The enemy general is killed! Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts!
Remember I mentioned that's the general of Seleucid. It scored him right. The general's on the left-hand side of the unit from their perspective. Took it out immediately. That was a very lucky shot. Okay, so there's some more. It's pretty cool how you can see in mid-air these fire pots. Apparently the fire pot was used in ancient warfare at times. Would have been some clay, pottery pot, perhaps filled with pitch, which was or tar on fire, which did, hydrocarbons did exist in the ancient world. I believe they would have been tar pits and things, surface occurrences of hydrocarbons, and of course that would have perhaps ignited them, and then of course if you're unlucky to have one of them land on you, you would be covered with hot sticky tar, which would no doubt cause you severe burning and possibly death. So yeah, we often forget, this is all just computer sprites, but countless men over the centuries have, and it is primarily men, I say men advisedly, it's not women tend, historically do not participate in war, except in a few minor exceptions. So countless men have died horrible deaths in wars over the years. So let's acknowledge that and remember the soldiers of all the various different nations, and let's pray for peace, because war is terrible. My own father was a war veteran. I've spoken to very many war veterans and heard testimony, and none of them, recommend war. It's hell. Okay, so, and it seems that we forget this lesson every third generation or so, because obviously if you never knew your great grandparents, they're never going to be able to tell you these messages if they've died off. That's why we forget, this generational knowledge. And now I just read an article, a local man thought it would be a good idea to travel to the Ukraine and participate in the war going over there, and of course he got more than he bargained for, and discovered it wasn't the fun adventure that he thought it would be. Anyway, let's continue on. So we've got Wulver. Now, unfortunately, so this is the problem. We've got all this artillery which is inaccurate. Some of it's going to fall short, and it's going to, some of these soldiers are going to die as a result of friendly fire. So this is another reason why I strongly advise you not to try and cross over the other side of the bridge until an appropriate time, much toward the end of the battle, not at the very beginning. Of course, I can't stop you running over. Yes, if you really feel you need to run over then go over. Okay? Yes, I can't stop you. I'm not standing behind you while you're playing in wherever you are, Britain or Germany or America. No, I can't force you not to run over, but all I can do is say it's a bad idea and not recommend it. So anyway, so here we go. So we've got a lot of artillery coming in. Fortunately, Romex so far has been pretty lucky and hasn't been hit by much friendly fire. Oh, but look, there he got hit, I think. Fortunately, a lot of the artillery does seem to be landing on the enemy. There's one hit. So he's basically taking on two armies. Oh, let's see. Well, there's so much going on here. Look at that. There's a load of artillery being hurled into this unit. It's down to 35 of Romex. So let's see, it's a good view of the proceedings. See all of these boulders, some fire pots, some boulders. Let's have a look at the units. And this unit of pikes is down to 57. That's got a full complement. So these coming in. Now, see, and I'm just slowly walking over, you know, because I'm way on the extreme right. It's going to take me a while to get involved in this.
We're under attack! We're under attack! We're under attack!
Looks like these big bosses, he was going to move his elephants and then thought better off maybe keep them for later on.
We're being attacked!
Oh.
We're under attack!
There's another example of friendly fire. Look at that unit there, just it's panicked by fire attack. Wow, look at that. Whoa.
We're being attacked!
Look at that. That fire pot landed, that must have been right in the centre of all those royal pikes and routed them all.
We're under attack!
The
gods have filled the enemy general with fear. Now he flees the field like a coward.
Cornovii sent over some of his urbans. So we've got a mass rout of the Macedon pikes. So what are we doing? So I'm just slowly moving over. We've got Spartan commander has set up this defensive perimeter. Actually, I would have liked to have seen Spartan commander perhaps defending this river crossing. Yes, I know he would have been in range of artillery, and I know in a battle I play today, basically got 3 or 4 units of my Spartans got completely wiped out by artillery because I was defending the crossing. But I think it is important to do that to prevent this sort of situation where we have a general's very fast moving, highly armoured unit of cavalry. They can cause havoc amongst our archers and artillery units. Unless we have some cavalry as well to catch them and neutralise them. So let's see what happens to this unit of cavalry. Look at this.
They're attacking us!
They routed that unit of Romex's cavalry. Of course, shooting them with archers, they seem to be well protected from arrows due to their good armour. And now he's and shooting boulders at him is just going to cause our own troops casualties. So yeah, we need to guard against enemy cavalry getting over onto our side, and that so he's routed a second unit of onagers. You know, and these are quite expensive units that will be completely neutralised if one of these nuisance units of cavalry get over to our side.
They're attacking us!
Okay, so we've got Demon decided to perhaps go over and assist. So we've got, like Big Boss decided to put his elephants in there, but they have been flamed and run amok as a result. Demon going over to send reinforcements.
The leader of the Allies has been slain! This loss is hard for us, but harder still for his own people!
Spartan commanders decided to go over as well. Was that Demon's general that just got taken out?
We're under attack!
There's my peasants there. Some of them are... Look at that, one's gone underwater. Hope they're not drowning.
They're attacking us! We're under attack!
Getting a bit too close to the water. Look, they are. Like some of them drowned. No. I think I might have, what happened here, this is my archers, I may have directed them to shoot at a unit which then routed, which then caused them to run over the bridge. So it took me a little while before I realised that.
They're attacking us!
I'm not sure why I'm trying to shoot at that cavalry unit. I think that's pretty, you know, and then I can possibly damage my own allies' artillery. Much better to send over that cavalry. I think maybe I just put it on auto by mistake. I think I would have been better to maybe position these artillery over there, shoot them at a flank. I don't want to. I think it's a bad idea to put artillery in front of each other, because the artillery can then take out your own artillery.
The gods have filled the enemy general with fear. Now he flees the field like a coward.
We're being attacked!
I think I'll just turn down some of these sound effects. Speech, I'll turn down that. Special effects I've got at 43%. Okay. Alright, so let's continue on. So how far through are we? It's quite a very long game, this. Okay, we're 35 minutes in, so if you don't want to watch the entire commentary, you can just fast forward through it. No one's forcing you to listen to all of this. Okay. Now, Barc is bringing his pikes out of hiding. So it looks like they've got 8 upgrades. How many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and more over here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 maybe. 15 Sacred Band Spearmen. Look, and look at this, he's sending over another unit of armoured bodyguard to cause us havoc. So there's a lot, when you're playing this game, there's a lot to, keep track of, really. I think it was a mistake here. I should not have run over. I should have just stayed back here and defended all of our archers and artillery. I always, I feel compelled to support my allies when they go over, but when they're making a mistake, I really can't. I don't have to support you. If you're making a mistake, I have no obligation to support you. Okay? So if I think you're making a mistake, I'm not going to support you. I'm going to do what I think is right. Okay? And I'd like, perhaps we need to, appoint a general who, can give orders so we can have some coordination as a team. Because I don't think, to have an effective team, we need a coordinated strategy, not everyone doing whatever the fuck they want. That's a recipe for failure. If everyone does whatever the fuck they want to. We need a coordinated strategy. Looks like my general just got taken out by probably my own artillery, or was it demons? I think I've stopped firing on myself. Probably would have been good to maybe position that artillery unit there. Because now Barc's got all this fresh infantry. And he's got cav support. So this phase of the battle, where we've got the 2 Greek factions up against Carthage, and the Cornovii the Brutii faction of Cornovii. The player is Cornovii, and this faction is the Brutii. Now I've got all this cav on my flank here. that. So I'm hard pressed to defend against fully upgraded cataphracts in wedge formation. But fortunately our artillery just took out a huge, can we say, cohort of cataphracts. Is that Spartan commander's artillery, I think. But of course that could have easily hit my pikes. So, which again is why we shouldn't, it's not a good idea to cross over to the other side until all of your ammunition has been expended. Anyway, so we've got Dima's moved, bringing over his archers, even sending over my cav. I've got all of these expensive onagers, that I can't use now, because I don't want to shoot my own men. Barc's armoured elephants coming in now. Not sure if it's a good idea for me to be taking on these elephants. We've managed to rout them with artillery. It's lucky. Actually chasing off this artillery with my cav. Look, they gave a celebratory cheer. Warmed up. Alright, what else is going on here? Let's pause it. No much stuff going on. Oh, so we've still got a lot of big bosses cataphracts, which are fully upgraded, I believe. Looks like it. Now, got Cornovii. He's a highly experienced player and he knows how to defend against Spartans by going into testudo. I mean, he won't kill the Spartans, but he will slow them down. So my micromanagement here was suffering. We've got some slingers there hurling lead bullets into us, or stones. There's a bit of a slight incline here as well, so there's another disadvantage. Crossing the other side, you're going to be fighting uphill. Now we've got this cav coming in to the Spartan's flank. Can we turn around our pikes in time? Look at that. Looks like we have managed to get our pikes turned around and we've managed to fend off. Look at all the those dead horses there. Carpet of armoured cataphracts. What else is going on? It's mayhem. There's artillery going off in random directions. Got some sacred band and Spartans. It's not properly positioned to fight each other. got lots of slingers here hurling bullets into us. Looks like that was perhaps what Cornovii's general got taken out. Looks like all of Demon's archers got routed. Of course, archers are never going to be able to compete against urbans. We've got demons shooting into those urbans. What else is going on here? Look how the Spartan army is getting gradually getting whittled down. Unfortunately, they've done a. I've got perhaps a rallied unit here. I think they'll come in and attack those slingers. So let's watch that. Winded. Don't rate them on. Look, they're so disciplined. They keep shooting even though they're being attacked by Spartans from behind. Now, what I need to do is put the pikes down. But you know, there's being so much going on. My micromanagement was getting overwhelmed. What else is going on here? Got a unit of demons urbans. Is that my general dying? Someone's Spartan Greek general just got killed. Not sure if it was mine or Spartan commanders. Got a unit of my pikes. It's rallied. Just going to walk him over because he's winded. Oh, lucky shot. Spartans taking on Cornovii's urbans. So this victory is a distinct possibility. So they're winded. His urbans are warmed up. We've got demons winded. It says they're shaken. Distraught over the number of enemies. Artillery coming in on us, it's quite chaotic. That unit got routed. So it looks like we don't have any infantry left at all. I can't see any. Look, I've got some cav here. Now, something funny happens here. This unit got stuck. See, look, this one, there's no enemy left. And this unit here is still trying to kill something. It's a bit of a glitch. Are they celebrating? Okay. So now we see the enemy, there are remnants of Barc's and Cornovii's army trying to cross over, trying to take out our artillery and archers. So we start bombarding them, just across. We managed to kill quite a few of them actually in this bridge kill zone. There's those peasants still there. The unit of my cav. Just got routed by Cornovii's urbans. Got another unit of Spartans there, rallied. So we're gathering the remains of our leftover units. Well, I'm not sure what happened there. Who was that got hit? The enemy general. So that was lucky. So just quite chaotic, so I'm just trying to take out searching for unfair fights really, what I'm doing. So there's a unit of 5 urbans here, enemy urbans, so I'm going to try and take them out with my cap. Not sure where these guys are running to. Is there something hidden in here? I don't know. Where are they going? Anyway, what's going on over here? So, looks like those urbans just routed those peasants. They're going after my artillery. Very tired. 17 units, men in that, 14 in that, 17 in that, 13 in that, 29 in that. And Barc's got some pikes there too. Very battle damaged. But we're over this side now. The other side, Demon's got quite a few archers there. We've got these cav, exhausted. As I said, this unit I couldn't move. I'm still celebrating, but the battle is not over yet. Okay, so I'm running my Spartans back into now. So I think we really needed to, just regroup at this stage, which is what we're trying to do. But we'll also want to, wipe out enemy units where we can. So here I've sent in my cav into these group of urbans, 20 of them, 20 men in that unit, but that's probably a bit too much for me to take on. Now, I didn't see this. Look at this. Barc is It's an exhausted unit. I must have been distracted and I didn't see him, and he's lowered his pikes. And we've got Urbans descending in on this cap, so I better wake up. Move this unit before he gets completely wiped out. Which I'll do, fortunately, just in time. I've sent these units of Spartans over there, but they're outnumbered. So I should have waited until I had ally support before doing that, because they just got routed. So that's valuable men just wasted. Right. So this is really coming down to the wire. So, Demon wisely retreated his archers. It'd be pointless them trying to attack these pikes. So we've got a Mexican standoff on this bridge. But with my cav over the other side here. But I'm managing to take out some of their units with my cav, and even these peasants are helping out. And we've got a couple of resting units of archers that have used up all their arrows. So they may come in handy. Managed to take out that unit of Urbans. Right. So it looks like we've regrouped. The Demon's even got a unit of Urbans there. Let's maybe come back from routing. Now I've got a unit of onagers. Now you can actually order these men to back to their stations. There's a little hand icon that appears. So if your onager men get separated from their actual machine, you can tell them to re-engage with that and start firing again if there is some ammunition left. I'm going to try and take out this unit by surrounding him and outflanking him. Look at that, managed to rout him. This was a combination of peasants and cavalry. So he was very tired as well. Now I should have really just maybe walked these peasants down around here so that they're, they to help outflank the enemy. Now we've managed to whittle down there because they had isolated units. Now they're going to try and attack us. it seems. No, he's, what's Cornovii doing? Got the Barc's sacred band walking up. So I've placed my Spartans here. Look, they are very tired. Now they're guarding this side of the bridge. So let's see what happens here. Okay, so that Mexican standoff. Exhausted. Now I'm moving the peasants down. Sending over my cav as well, so we've kind of got them surrounded. Haven't ordered these to I think I've got another crew, an onager crew there as well, so they could be operating. They could be operating the onagers now. There we go, now I have re-engaged that unit of onagers, and these now can shoot into the enemy. But it's a risky game. So that unit, that just hit my own troops. So I think it looks like I wisely stopped doing that. Demons engaged his urbans. They're very tired. So 37 men in that Spartan unit. Shooting. shooting boulders into that unit. Yeah, it looks like Cornovii is going to try and take out that unit of onagers. Trying to harass this small unit with my cav. Let's watch how they're under attack, but they're going to try. Okay, so they're retreating now, or routing. The onager crew is routing. Only 4 left in that. Not sure if that's enough to operate a unit of onagers. These are very tired. I'm warmed up. So they're finding it difficult to catch me. I'm going to try and harass them with my cav. Downhill charge. I think it's interesting, these sort of low scale, small scale battles as well are quite interesting to watch. Look at that. That unit just routed the onager crew. So we're following them with grim determination. So what have we got left? It looks like what have we got? 3 extremely battle damage units of urbans that we've got to defeat. Okay, this unit of onagers has come back from routing. And there's that stuck unit of cav. That would have been useful, but I couldn't move it. So I think I'll speed it up. It looks like coming towards the end. So finally, it looks like we've managed to win this. I'll go triple speed. Yeah. Oh. There we go. We managed to take out those final 3 units of urbans. We've narrowly won it. So it was a really close one. I thought it was quite exciting. So I thought this was interesting and fun. To me, this is a fun battle. And if you don't find these battles fun, fine. Well then, you can free to host a standard, boring old 31k game on the grassy flatland. And you can play your games with people that want to play on that game, and those of us that want to play bridge battles will play bridge battles. There's You know, let a thousand blossoms bloom. All right, so anyway, now let's have a look at. Okay, so we've got who got the top kills here. Cornovii. Okay, so well done, Cornovii, on the losing team. So that was quite impressive. You must have, been, employing pretty good strategy there amongst all that chaos. Would have been interesting to see which units scored the most, killed the most with you. Who got the second top kills? Looks like it would be Romex. That was when he managed to take out all of those Macedonian pikemen. Third top kills would have been myself. Okay, so now because we've got two Greeks, we can see the individual statistics of myself and Spartan Commander. So let's do that. Now I think this top one is Spartan Commander. So Spartan hoplites, let's look at them. 58, 36, 87. That one got 109, so all pretty good kills. His heavy onagers seem to get a lot of kills as well. Hang on, is that? Okay, no, that 85 unit was an archer. That archer got 85 kills, but the onagers got 54, 99. That's pretty good. So, what else does he have? Okay, so that's his kills. Now mine. Let's just scroll this down a bit. Look at that, the peasants actually got 20 kills. Look at this, the three general cav units both did very well. Heavy onagers, not so much. The onagers, yeah, for me, because they were way back, and I didn't want to fire on my own allies' army, so I couldn't really use my onagers effectively. Cretan archers, that unit did well. Hoplites, pretty mixed. Couple got over 100 kills. 99, oh hang on, that was a Cretan archer. 99, 96. Anyway, so that concludes my commentary of this battle. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next weekend. Bye. Oh, what's going on here?